Winston Churchill once said that democracy is the worst form of government except all the others that have been tried. The meaning of this quote lies at the heart of what we'll explore as we learn about organizational structure. How power and responsibilities are divided has been a subject of debate for centuries. In general, power can either be centralized, where power lies with the leader at the top, or decentralized, where more power is given to lower levels of an organization or society. This decision is often a difficult one when organizing a firm because leaders want to have the control needed to execute top-level ideas while giving their subordinates the power they need to execute ideas. One of the key ideas that has existed for centuries and remains relevant today is the concept of division of labor. By dividing up a job into smaller tasks, an exponential increase in productivity can often be reached. Adam Smith's classic book, The Wealth of Nations, used an example of a pen maker who could maybe make 20 pens a day. But if the task was divided into small steps where one person would draw the wire, one would straighten it, one would cut it, one person would create the point, then 10 individuals could create nearly 50,000 pens in a day. We see this idea of division of labor and specialization today in a host of environments. For example, salons often divide up their services among specialists in hair, nails, massage, or other value-added functions. Grocery stores have specialists such as bakers, butchers, and a separation between those who handle cash versus those who help take out your groceries. The firm's strategy should drive how organizations choose to divide labor, rely on specialization, and distribute power and decision-making abilities. To say this another way, strategy should dictate the kind of structure a firm chooses to use, and you'll learn a lot about a few common organizational structures in this class. One implication of this material is that each organizational structure type has different trade-offs in terms of resource usage, the ability to communicate with others in the organization, and in regard to how power is distributed within the firm. We'll also explore how and why organizations change over time, and this will help us understand why people resist change and strategies for planning and executing change effectively. There are a number of important personal implications that can be drawn from knowledge of organizational structure. For example, you should work to understand the general structure of the organization where you work and the implications for your own ability to communicate and work effectively in that environment. Where does the power lie in your company, and what are the implications of this for you and your career plans? In regard to organizational change, if we know individuals tend to resist change, how can one overcome this tendency? We will conclude with some useful ideas of how to overcome resistance to your proposals as you work within your organization. For example, compelling data can help win over an audience, as can an appeal to your audience's ideals. So whether defending your ideas in the next meeting or understanding your place in your company, knowledge of organizational structure is critical.